Let's talk about some sexy traits that girls want to see on the guys. Now, let's talk about those distinguishing characteristics about you. Basically, the trait is something that determines your behaviour. For example, it could be that you are absolutely hilarious, and you already know that women like this in a gentleman. So, let's dive deep into the world of sexy traits that girls are attracted to. Like and subscribe. Let's go. The very first one, believe this or not, is to be humble. Probably doesn't sound too sexy, but it really is. You could be an incredibly attractive man, but if you know that you are attractive and you show off about it, you become quite icky. And women love humble guys. These are the types of people that have great things going for them and they are confident about it, but they don't feel the need to show off and be self-entitled about their own behaviour or personal belongings. So, some ways that you can display this trait on a date could be to talk about your own business that you've started. It's a humble brag, but then you say how hard you've worked and the reason why you created that business. Whereas on the other hand, an arrogant person will just talk about how successful they are, the money they've made, and they rarely talk about the dark times, those sweat, blood, and tear moments that have gone into creating that successful business. A thoughtful gift giver. You probably never realised that this is a very sexy trait, but gentlemen, it really is. More specifically, if you are able to understand what love languages are and you have already, knocked the ball out of the park. Now, we do have a link to the 5 love languages book down below in the description below, so please purchase that book. It's incredible, I cannot recommend it enough. But in short, when you are able to recognise the love language of a specific lady, that means you will always buy her the best gifts and give her the best attention no matter what. And I'm not talking about gifts specifically for Christmas or any form of holiday celebrations. It could be that you remember what her favourite Starbucks order is, and when you see her, you give her a coffee. Now, this small act of a thoughtful gift is going to let her know that you are stable, you are emotionally mature, and that you think about her on a regular basis. And this is the very start of some high-end sexual energy. Self-discipline. When we think about stereotypical, very masculine guys, we assume they are self-driven, self-made, and have intense self-discipline to achieve the things they want. And we all know that to achieve greatness, we have to have a fine balancing act of things that we should do and pay attention to things that we shouldn't. For example, someone that is very strict with self-discipline will not spend all night on their phone until 2 in the morning because they know they have to put their phone down by 10 and go to sleep early, otherwise they're gonna feel awful the very next day. Your honesty. Does not matter how amazing you are at DIY projects or how much you can bench at the gym or even how attractive you are. If you are not an honest person, a woman is not going to want to stay by your side. Honesty shows up in so many different ways. Firstly, it's admitting your mistakes, being aware of your weaknesses, and talking up and saying, I can't be the best version of myself right now because I'm dealing with this. And it's also being honest about your feelings with her. So telling her why you like her, but also telling her when you need some space in the relationship. And being open and honest to have those conversations when things don't feel right. Girls like strong men. Let's talk about physical traits for a second. Naturally, women are drawn to strong partners because it makes us feel that you will protect us and that we can be safe. Because let's think about it, we are very small creatures. Women are very tiny on average and we could be crushed by a huge guy. So we want to make sure that the guy that we are with is honest and he can protect us from saber-toothed tigers. So that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym and that you have to work out like a wrestler would. It just shows you've got to put in a little bit of effort to grow a little bit of muscle mass. Always setting goals. A woman is going to help you grow as a person, financially, spiritually, and emotionally. Women are very clued up about their 3-year plan, 5-year, and 10. And this is why most guys are scared about relationships with women, because women just want to dive in and say, I want to be married by this age, I want to have children at this age. And this freaks the guys out because women like to plan ahead. They want to have something they are working for and put all the puzzle pieces in the right order so they can achieve their goals. So they appreciate it and find it very attractive when a guy has a similar mindset. It doesn't mean you have to know that I want to be married by the age of 32. It could be that one of your goals is to be financially successful by the age of 35. A great sense of humour. Girls want to be able to date a man who has a great sense of humour, the banter, the teasing, the inside jokes. Life is stressful enough, and it becomes even more stressful when you are dating someone because you take on their baggage as well. You take on their hobbies, their dreams, their goals. Therefore, wouldn't you rather want to date someone that has baggage but also has lots of humour at the same time so that it's not as stressful to date them? You are caring. Someone that is able to show care for another person shows signs of high empathy and high emotional intelligence. You can show that you are caring in many different ways. For example, you could easily help an old lady cross the road. You could send your mum flowers randomly just because, and check in with your potential lady friend to make sure she's okay when she's had a stressful day at work. She wants to know that the guy that she is interested in is caring because it means he can look after her and provide safety for children in the future if that's the route she wants to go down. Here is a bonus tip that you can use even from the very first date or when you guys start talking before you even declare your interest on one another. You can simply remember the things that she has said and then use excerpts of that conversation in a later conversation. So let's say, for example, you guys are talking and she says, I really hate the food in the canteen at the workplace. This is why I always go on my lunch break to go and buy my own sandwiches. Well, you can remember this conversation and then the next time you see her, you can say, yeah, you know what? You're right about the canteen food. It's absolutely terrible. This is why I've gone to where you've been going to get your sandwiches too. And it may sound a little bit silly, but it shows that you are thinking about what she says, you are listening to her, and it shows an element of caring because you're taking her advice. Your independence. Women mature a lot quicker than guys because society has made that the common norm. So you are going to find that the average lady is more independent than a guy. Therefore, she wants to date someone that's on her level. So you need to display traits of independence. This means that you can make your own decisions about life. You don't depend on your parents to arrange your dentist appointments. You pay your rent on time, and that you say no to friends who constantly want to play video games with you when you have a project to get on with. It's basically showing her that you have a backbone, that you are well aware of your boundaries, and this is incredibly sexy to a lady. Proclaiming your love. Most guys, come on, admit it, you probably find it very pointless to even update your Facebook status to say that you're in a relationship. I get it, feels a little bit weird as well to upload pictures of your girlfriend on your Instagram page, but this is what women love. Women want to feel as if you are proud to date them and that you want to really show the world how amazing she is. It basically says, hey, I'm dating you, I'm not scared, I want to show you off. And you can do this by showing public displays of affection. Put your arm around her when you are out with your friends. Make it obvious in front of people that that woman is not your friend, she's actually your partner. And if you guys are not dating yet, some easy ways to do this is by simply protecting her. Sitting close enough next to her that people in public will assume that you guys are already together. So I'm not telling you to upload pictures up on your Instagram. However, if you want to do it, you'll probably get some bonus points. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know down in the comments. Give me a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to make my day. But if you want to get your name rolling up next to my face, like these amazing people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below to find out a little bit more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.